I'd already decided it was going to be my last night in Max's village. I was sorry to be leaving, but I was restless again.
Beware! The day grows dark, and demons stalk the gap by night.
Harsh, old woman, stop your superstitious nonsense. Besides, this is the best time of day for fishing, eh, Milo?
Yes, Dad. Look, Foster! I use these broken sensors to make a fish alarm. It detects the fish before it bites.
Nice work, Milo.
Milo was just like me as a boy, and the tech skills I'd taught him would help the village after I left.
Do you really have to go, Foster? How can we ever pay you back for all you've done?
It's been my pleasure, Max. One of Anita's pies will be payment enough.
I owed the Gap folks so much. My first tribe fostered me when I was orphaned all those years ago. They taught me how to recycle tech scavenged from city dumps. Soon, I even built myself a playmate.
I'm your friend. Call me Joey.
Joey and I were always together. As I grew, I upgraded him. He became the best friend I ever had. But then...
Foster! Foster, wake up! The sensors detect a fish. It's a big one.
What the?
It was no fish.
Max, keep back! Milo!
Dad! What are they?
Max! Drop him, you...
Dad! Foster! Help me! Help me!
Milo had gone. The machine, too. But its riders had left something behind.
Max? Milo? What's happened, Foster? Where's my son? Max? Max? Oh, no! I told them there were demons stalking the dark.
The stalker that attacked us was a machine, not a demon.
Please, Foster, I don't understand. What happened?
I told Anita everything I could, though I knew very little. Max was barely conscious. I could only hope that with Anita's loving care, he would recover. As for me, I had to follow Milo and his captors immediately.
I'll bring Milo home, Anita. I promise.
Thank you, Foster. I know you will.
Dawn was breaking as I left the village. The featureless wastes of the Gap stretched away from me. Night followed day, then day dawned once more. Time lost meaning as the tracks beckoned me ever forward. Determination had long replaced sadness. Whatever it took, I would find Milo. The tracks were barely visible now, blurred by the wind. But I was sure I'd reach their destination soon. Then I saw the thing I feared the most approaching. Sandstorm. I battled forward, but now could only guess that my direction was correct. I decided to save my energy and sank into an exhausted sleep. Maybe the old woman was right. Maybe demons did stalk the Gap. For as it shrieked and thundered around me, the storm brought back my nightmare once more. Union City security was attacking. As my tribe screamed in terror, I salvaged Joey's motherboard. Taken captive, I couldn't save my village. But I survived when the security copter crashed, entering Union City. On the run, I soon got Joey working. Upgraded yet again, He helped me overthrow the evil that ran the city. As I left, I told him to make the citizens happy. Union City was no place for me. I wanted to be where I could do most good, helping the scattered people of the Gap. I woke to find the storm had passed. But not without finishing its cruel work. The tracks were gone. I was lost, and so, I feared, was Milo. Then, I heard them. Gang birds, scavengers, and in this wasteland, that meant only one thing: people. Despair turned to hope. I was sure that if I could find where the stalker had gone, I would find Milo. Then, in the distance, I saw a girl crouching over a body. The girl was holding a device to the lifeless hand.
Hey! Excuse me!
Who the hell are you?
I'm searching for a vehicle that...
No! Damn birds!
Wait! I just...
Whatever that device was, the bird had it now.
No way I was going to get between those birds and their feast. A corpse lay propped against a rock. I needed to check out that body. It was the only clue I had. I needed to check out that body. It was the only clue I had. A corpse lay propped against a rock. There were few things that would scare gangs, and a crowbar was not one of them. I would need to find another solution. The gang birds were eyeing up the corpse hungrily. The girl had been doing something to the guy's hand. I wondered what. He'd clearly been dead for days.
The logo. I'd seen it before. On the androids that had taken Milo. The girl was my only lead. I had to follow her. Union City. I was back. Over the years, I'd heard rumors of how the city had thrived since I'd left Joey in charge. I was finally going to see for myself.
Halt!
Welcome, unregistered Gaplander.
Well, hi. And you are?
Community Welfare Droid 2CU at your service. To commence your Union City registration, please make your way to the immigration terminal.
That's okay, I'm not here to register. I'm looking for...
If you're looking for the immigration terminal, it's right over there. Thank you.
I've never seen a droid like you.
And I've never seen a Gaplander like you.
I bet. And what is it you do?
I tell Gaplanders like you to visit the immigration terminal and register.
Let me know how that goes. Can you help me find a missing kid?
You want to file a missing persons report? Go register.
I'm looking for a vehicle that maybe came this way.
A vehicle? Well, this is a freight entrance. So, you're in the right place.
Right. I need to find a boy called Milo. He was...
What you need to find is the immigration terminal. It's right over there.
So how do I register?
Easy. Just go to the immigration terminal and you'll get a U-chip for your temporary ID. The correct route is indicated by these signs.
Sounds easy.
It is. Without it, you won't be able to interact with any of the Minos devices in this area.
What's this Minos you mentioned?
Minos is the interconnected computer system that is everywhere and controls everything.
Everything? That sounds very similar to Link.
For the convenience of all citizens. And, word to the wise, no U-chip, no access to the Minos devices. Not even the vending machines. So go register.
Bye for now.
Pleasure. How can I be of assistance?
There was a strange smell. I reminded myself of the collective noun, a murder of gangs. The sign was directing me towards immigration.
Welcome to the Union City Registration Terminal. Please place your hand below to receive your U-chip implant. U-chip implant successful. You are now registered with Union
A
City.
U-chip had been implanted into the palm of my hand. I wasn't sure how it was going to help me.
Authorized citizen ID required.
hologram was already active. I called upon my extensive background in engineering.
Recorder received.
Hey! It's working! Hey, we fixed it!
Yeah, piece of cake.
Dude, Council sure is shining in my direction today. Do you know how many times I've scanned this thing? The last scan must have done the trick. You see, I'm the diagnostician and tech expert around here. Name's Obsworth. What can I do for you?
Hey, have you by any chance seen a kid come through here?
Where's the little dude headed? On an adventure, is he?
Oh no. He was kidnapped, snatched from his village, and brought this way.
Oh, right. Nope. I haven't seen anything like that. Sorry. Now, if you don't mind, I've got to get back to work.
Work order received. Work order received. Work order accepted. Error. Insufficient permission. Citizen ID required.
It'll take on the hard ones, so you don't have to. Do A.
Sir, excuse me, sir. Are you...
Whatever you're selling, I ain't buying.
No, I'm not selling any...
A likely story. Name's Wendell. Joe Wendell.
Nice to meet you.
That remains to be seen.
I don't want to alarm you, but there's a strange odor wafting from the back of your truck.
I don't smell out.
Really? Because it's like...
Except the splendid scent of tasty mini K's, the finest organic knackverse the Gap has to offer.
Don't believe me? Look at those gangs. They love my knackverse. Can't chase them away.
So, your truck is full of mini knockwurst?
You betcha. Mini K, best in the Gap. Even contains some real meat. You're welcome to take a handful. Back of the truck's open, although the doors like to play silly beggars.
Oh?
Requires a special technique. Ritual, you could call it.
Ritual?
Aye. Now listen carefully. Step 1, give the bumper a wallop. Step 2, do a little jig. Step 3, pull the door and jerk it hard.
Wallop, jig, pull. That it?
That's it, lad. And remember the order.
Listen, you haven't seen a child come through here, have you?
Pinch something of yours?
No, he was kidnapped from a nearby village.
Oh, I see. Sorry to hear that. You're not the first I've heard talking about kids going missing in the Gap. But I've never seen any come through here. Have you asked those kids over by the playground? They've been here a lot longer than me.
He's seeing you.
Aye.
Work order received. Work order accepted.
It was a statue of my friend Joey. I couldn't imagine why they would have erected it. If Milo had been taken this way, I was sure Joey would help me find him. I needed to find someone around here who'd seen the stalker.
The Ministry of Wellbeing Reflection Spa, a luxurious haven to reflect on what it means to be a part of the world's greatest city.
Enjoy this little piece of happiness, courtesy of Minos.
The machine ejected a garish, beclowned can of soda labeled Spankles.
You are currently at your maximum allotted apologies, but you have exceeded your Spankles allowance.
The 1 can a day limit didn't exactly support a thirst for spankles.
Only solid technology keeps the meltdown power forward.
Hey, kid.
Hey, weird guy.
My name's not Weird Guy.
I'm Pixel. It's easy to remember because it rhymes with pickle.
So it does. I'm Foster.
I'll remember that easy because your name rhymes with fossil and you're old.
Thanks, kid. I'm looking for a boy about your age named Milo, who may have come through here.
You're asking the right guy. I remember every face that's come through here since I was a little kid.
Yeah? How many's that?
Like, at least 12. How recently are we talking?
Sometime over the past couple of nights.
Oh, didn't know. Haven't seen no kids.
What's wrong with the roundabout?
It sucks. Stupid Mr. Hobbsworth put a chain on it. He said it was for safety, then he dropped the chain on his foot.
See you around.
Call it if you need anything. This is so exciting. Push me.
Hey, kid.
Push me. Push me.
I've got things to do.
Push me.
I recognized the girl. She was the one who'd run away from me earlier. Excuse me. Hello?
You!
Me what?
You're the guy in the desert!
And you're the girl with the corpse.
Okay, first of all, that guy was dead long before I got there. And second of all, it's your fault Big Steve stole my date!
Lost your what? To who?
Do you realize how much potential trade you've cost me?
Honestly, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Ugh. I trade. I'm a trader. Name's Ember.
What were you doing out there in the desert with that corpse?
Mister, are you looking to trade something or what?
Trade?
Trade, you know, tech, gadgets, knickknacks from the Gap or the city. That's what I do. I collect stuff, sell stuff, trade stuff. Only, since you're interfering, let Big Steve fly off with my deet, it'll be a while before I can make proper trades again. Now excuse me.
What's a deet?
My deet, man. DTT. Data transfer tool. Deet.
What's the deet for?
Duh, transferring data. That's what I was doing with that dead fella. Transferring his citizen ID for trading, yeah? You distracted me and Big Steve nabbed it and flew off. Like I said, thanks.
I just need to know if you've seen a missing kid come this way.
You're looking in the wrong place. Only boys around here are Pixel and Voxel, and the only thing they're missing is a few screws.
Tell me about this deet.
Simple. I collect IDs and I use the deet to swap them. At least I did, until Big Steve grabbed it.
That's all for now. Thanks.
Anytime. Oh wait, no. Come back if you want to talk business.
For someone with a business interest in dead bodies, she seemed pretty normal. A makeshift workbench had been set up. Its structural integrity seemed over-reliant on some old deflated tires. Nothing happened. Probably because the machine had had its innards ripped out. Excuse me.
Well, hey there, stranger. How's your day going so far?
Well,
Great, I'll bet. Anything old Hobsworth can do for you? By the way, just so you know, I'm on the clock.
Yes, of course. No problem. See you around, Hobsworth.
Oh, before I forget, I really appreciate your patience back there when I was fixing the bridge. Let me thank you properly. Give me your hand.
Okay.
There you go. Your kudos just got a boost.
Thanks, I think.
Keep a smile on your face.
Work order received.
There was something strange about the water, and there was an unmistakable smell of ozone. Up close, I could see the water was holographically concealing an electric fence?
Insufficient provision. Citizen ID required.
Anything you can tell me about this finger?
Whoa. Okay, this is some serious kit. The micro actuators alone are worth a bundle. Want to trade?
I think I'll hold on to it for now. Hi.
Hi again.
What do you trade?
Like I said, sometimes people from outside want stuff from the inside. Sometimes people from inside want stuff from the outside. Second one doesn't happen very often since inside's got, like, everything and free. But it happens.
Suppose a guy from outside wanted to get inside.
Ah, my most popular item. Until Big Steve took my deet, that is.
Who's Big Steve?
You see all these birds all over the place? Big Steve's the purple one, with a beak full of my deet.
Catch you later.
Peace.
The bird's beak looked especially vicious. These were tough desert birds. Waving a crowbar around wouldn't faze them.
Apologies, but you have exceeded your Spankle's allowance.
The 1 can a day limit didn't exactly support a thirst for Spankles. Those birds weren't going to let me anywhere near the back of the truck. The gangs clearly weren't scared of me, or my crowbar. didn't want to get too close. I didn't rate my chances against all of those razor-sharp beaks. The city sounded far more affluent than it was 10 years ago. It was a tire or modern art. I couldn't tell which.
How can I be of assistance?
Excuse me.
Greetings, registered Gaplander.
Say that again, would you?
A registered Gaplander.
Thanks. Wasn't so hard, was it? I need to find a vehicle.
There are no personal vehicles in Union City.
No, it's one that I followed here from across the desert. It's got 4 giant metal legs.
There are no such vehicles registered with Union City.
Oh yeah? It definitely came this way. Kidnapped a child from my village.
Only Union City citizens can file missing persons reports.
Bye for now.
Was great meeting you.
Hey, Pixel.
How can I help?
What's your story, Pixel?
Well, I'm 8 years old, and my birthday is in only 64 days. I'm really good at math, and I can even lift my sister. And she's super fat.
Very comprehensive.
Yep. Anything I can help you with today?
Did a vehicle come through here recently?
Maybe. How recently is recently?
Like 2 nights ago?
Oh, then definitely no. But wait, 2 nights ago? My brother, Vauxhall, he saw this giant monster.
What kind of monster?
Like a totally huge, but not real one.
Huge, but not real?
I mean, Vauxhall says it's totally huge, and Ember says it's not real.
Well, which is it?
I don't know what to believe.
Who's Vauxhall?
My brother, remember?
Can I talk to him?
I guess, but he's not as friendly or helpful as me. Real question is, will he talk to you? He's been hiding for like 2 days now. Won't speak to nobody but me.
Can you tell me where to find him? Maybe he'll talk to me.
Maybe. Yeah, okay. You've done me a favour. He's hiding in a bench in the garden. I told him I wouldn't tell no one, but you seem okay.
Bye.
Call it if you need anything.
Hello, Vauxhall.
Shh. What?
My name is Foster. I've just got a few questions. I wanted to ask you if you've seen any monsters.
How do you know about the monster?
Your brother, Pixel.
Stupid Pixel. He's so stupid. Go away.
Me again. Can we talk some more?
Hi.
I'm looking for a missing kid. He came through this way a couple of nights ago. His name is Milo. He's about Pixel's age.
And my age.
Have you seen him?
Nope, I haven't seen anything. I've been in this fortress where it's safe.
Safe from what?
The monster.
Voxel, about this monster. Truth is, I'm a monster hunter. I've been tracking a monster across the desert for days. I think he came through here, and I'm looking for someone brave enough to see it and live to tell the tale.
I saw it.
Can you describe it?
It was big and beastie, and it eats children, and I could hear the screaming, and it was fast and dark and silent.
Slow down, one thing at a time.
It was big, like a giant dog.
A giant dog? That sounds like what I'm after. Did you see any children?
No, but I heard them. I heard kids crying inside its tummy.
And where did it go?
It sneaked off into the city. After that, I got in here. No way am I gonna let it get me.
You've been in here for 2 days?
Still alive, aren't I?
Any ideas on getting into the city?
People go in and out of the main gate. Are you gonna go in there and kill it?
Sure am. That's what monster hunters do best. Then I'm gonna bring Milo and the other children back out.
You will? Oh, you better take this.
Thanks. What is it?
A firecracker. I was gonna use it to kill the monster, but you can have it.
Thanks, Voxel.
Hey, you got anything to eat? I'm kinda hungry.
I could keep an eye out.
Mr. Hopsworth sometimes lets me have some of his lunch. He doesn't usually know that, though.
Ah, understood. Voxel's giant dog sounded a lot like the stalker that had taken Milo. Now I was sure that the stalker had entered the city. There had to be a way in through the main gates. The smell of the Mini K was highly pungent. I gave the door a firm push. These were not my best moves. I gave the door a good tug. Here we go. These were not my best moves. I gave the door a good tug. Maybe later. How's it going, Wendell?
Can't complain. Not like anybody'd listen if I did.
That's the spirit.
What's on your mind?
The doors, they're locked shut.
Not locked, jammed. Oh, and I'm all out of lubricant.
So how can I get in?
Didn't you listen? It's a ritual. First off, give the bumper a good wallop. Then, do a little jig.
A jig?
Aye, a jig. Then pull the door hard.
Pretty technical, huh?
Have to move with the times, pal.
I'll leave you be.
I'm fine with that.
Right. hit the bumper. These were not my best moves. Come on, big fella. The bird's beak looked especially vicious. One particularly large and familiar bird stood out from the rest. The bird's beak looked especially vicious. The bird's beak looked especially vicious. Come on, big fella. The bird's beak looked especially vicious. The bird's beak looked especially vicious. Come on, big fella. The gang was too distracted. The bird's beak looked especially vicious. Come on, big fella. These were tough desert birds. Waving a crowbar around wouldn't faze them. The bird's beak looked especially vicious. Come on, big fella.
Hi again.
So this deed, pretty valuable, huh?
Oh, it's only a fundamental part of my enterprise.
And the ID that's on it?
You bet. That's a citizen's ID.
And that would grant access into the city?
You're a sharp one, ain't ya?
Guess what I just found?
A lot of nerve coming back here.
Nope. This.
What? My deed? I'll have that.
Sure, but how about I give you the deed in exchange for the citizen ID that's on it?
The deed for the ID, but...
You wouldn't have it back if it weren't for me.
It wouldn't have been stolen if it weren't for you.
So we're even.
I suppose that's sort of fair.
Excellent. When do we start?
Have you got a U-chip?
Yes. My hand is still stinging.
Right then. Let's get this over with, yeah? Pass me back my deed, Follow me over to my workbench.
Rabbit's independent traders. I'd bought from sketchier places out in the Gap.
You ready to do this?
I'm not entirely sure what this is.
You want that citizen's ID, right?
Yeah. What do I need to do?
Cool. Just place your hand flat on the U-chip scanner. Over here on my workbench.
Like this?
Yeah, good enough. Let me just line up the laser. Oi, keep your hand still or you'll lose it.
Is this gonna hurt?
No more than getting the chip installed in the first place. Right, just transferring the ID now. You may feel a slight pinch. What was that?
That wasn't supposed to happen?
There it is again. Must be... Nothing. It must be nothing. Looks like his name was Graham. A fine, upstanding citizen.
Graham. Got it.
Good luck, Citizen Graham.
At last I had a citizen ID. I hoped that this was going to be my key to getting into the city. Me again. Can we talk some more?
Hi.
What's this about a sandwich?
Mr. Hopsworth always brings sandwiches from the city. They're so good. He's usually got one or two in his hut.
Should I ask Mr. Hopsworth if he wants to share?
No, don't do that. He likes sharing best when he doesn't know about it.
Thanks, Voxel. There was an empty space where the power cell should have been.
Firmware outdated. Authority for vehicular access denied.
The firmware on my U-chip was out of date. I realized that I'd been sold a dud by Ember. Hey, me again.
Hi again.
There's a problem with this ID you gave me. I tried the bridge, but it wouldn't let me through. Apparently my U-chip is out of date.
Oh, right. They had to replace the hand scanner recently. Must be running on new firmware. Much newer than the crappy U-chips from that old terminal.
What happened to the old hand scanner?
No idea. Why would you even ask that? I didn't take it. Shut up.
Either way, the ID you gave me doesn't work.
Hey, listen, guy. The ID is tip-top. It's your U-chip that's the problem. It's old. Like you.
Well, have you got any newer replacements?
Nuh-uh. That U-chip is in you now. It stays there. You'll need to run an update, but my guess is you can only do that inside the city.
And without the update, I can't get across the bridge. I appear to be at an impasse.
Yikes. Well, that ain't good. Could maybe hack the bridge, but... Nah. Never mind. Forget I said anything.
Did you say hack?
Okay. So you know how everything here runs on Minos?
Minos? Surely that's not based off the old Link system.
That's right. When they upgraded, they dumped the old Link tech. Smart shoes, smart toasters, smart light bulbs, smart fridges. Minos makes everything smart. Except the humans. Anyway, you know how Hobbsworth is always pointing his scanner at stuff?
Yeah?
That's his Minos scanner. Minos scanners let guys without any smarts figure out how machines work. Old Hobbsworth has all kinds of safeguards so he can't mess things up more when they break. But with a few modifications...
Can you do more than just diagnose Minos machines?
Much more.
Remind me, what's wrong with the bridge?
Well, the bridge is fine. It's your U-chip that's the problem. That immigration terminal is old, whereas the bridge is, well, new.
And there's nothing I can do?
Other than hack the damn thing? I doubt it.
Catch you later.
Bye now.
Hobbsworth, was it?
Ah, hello again, stranger.
What was that tool you were pointing at the bridge?
Oh, this little baby. That's my Minos scanner. It's super neat. All of us diagnosticians use them. I pointed at a device and it shows me how it works. See, everything in Union City runs on Minos. Everything's interconnected, from big safety systems and freight elevators, all the way down to toasters and hand dryers, all on Minos.
Okay, so you're saying it's a city-wide universal operating system?
Whoa, I don't know what that is, but maybe. I'd hate to think what would happen if a scanner like this fell into the wrong hands.
Tell me about Joey.
Praise Joey. Not a day goes by where I don't thank him for the happiness and prosperity he brought to Union City.
Joey and I go way back. We must be talking about the same one.
Well, it depends. Our Joey was kind, benevolent, generous, firm, resolute, moral, was magnanimous, proactive, and a friend to all citizens alike. Does that sound like your Joey?
My Joey was more of a sarcastic pain in the... But he was my best friend. So what's your deal, Hobbsworth?
I am a diagnostician for the Ministry of Comfort.
And what exactly does a diagnostician do?
I find problems.
And fix them?
No, I just diagnose them. Minos fixes them.
Do you need technical expertise to be a diagnostician?
Of course! You need to know exactly where to point your scanner. See, I come to work and I pick up my scanner here, and then I report the problem. My interventions are key to the smooth running of Union City.
This may sound like a stupid question, but how do I actually get into the city?
Well, first thing would be to head over to the city gates.
Yes?
If you got a valid ID, and just scan your U-chip, and the bridge will open.
Valid for what?
Now, that is the stupid question. You need a vehicle to get through the big doors there. If you have transport clearance, like that old fella with the smelly truck, you just drive up, scan your ID, and roll right onto the elevator down to the cargo bay.
See you around, Hobsworth.
Keep a smile on your face.
Work order received. Work order accepted.
Hey, Wendell.
Managed to get those doors open all right?
Just about.
Did you, do the jig?
Sure did. You said it was essential.
That's right. Although, here's a funny thing. My wife never does the jig back at the farm, but it always seems to open for her. Anyway, what can I do for you?
Any ideas on how I can get into the city?
Aye, that's easy. You just need one small thing.
Great. What?
A truck.
What? Like yours?
No, not like mine. You want one that actually moves under its own power. That being said, you won't even get across the bridge without an authorized ID. Citizen's ID gets you all the way into the city, privileges and all. I've got ID, all right, but my power cell's empty. Long story short, I could drive in. If I could drive in.
Your truck's power cell has drained?
Aye, emptier than a politician's vows. There was a sandstorm put the bridge over yonder out of action. I was told to go park for a few hours. Turned into a few days. Trying to keep the mini-case cool in this heat emptied the power cell. I wasn't stingy on the aircon, mind, or the margarita blender up in the cab. A working man needs his creature comforts.
Anyway, 13.7 volts drained to naught.
And they still haven't fixed that blooming bridge.
And you've been sat here ever since?
No choice, until they send someone out to juice up Bruce's power cell. Someone competent, I mean.
Have you spoken to Hobsworth?
Didn't I say someone competent? That muffin doesn't know a panhard rod from a Chapman strut.
Do you need a vehicle to get into the city?
You do, but I don't. I've got Brucey here. What I do need is a new power cell.
And you can't just walk in?
Are you mad? Walk into the city? There's guns guarding them main gates, and they'd make mincemeat out of you, Sonny Jim.
I take it this is your truck?
It's got my name on it, don't it?
Your name is W?
Well, some of it.
I'll leave you be.
I'm fine with that.
There was an empty space where the power cell should have been. My crowbar could do plenty of things, but powering a truck was not one of them. Amber.
Hi again.
I spoke to Voxel about his monster problem.
You what?
I think his monster is the vehicle I've been tracking.
Oh, good for you. So you told him the monster was real? Won't be seeing him anytime soon. Nice one, Super Dad.
How can I open the bridge?
With your crappy old U-chip? Heck it, I reckon.
Thanks, Ember.
Peace.
Hey, me again.
Wanna push me on the swings?
Maybe later.
Oh.
What do you do here?
Well, me and my brother and my sister usually live in a tribe way over that way by the old burnt-down radio tower. But it's like so boring there. We come here for the action.
I can see why. Do you know how to get into the city?
Oh, if I knew that, would I be living in this car park?
Do you know anything about the city?
Yes, it's amazing.
How do you mean?
You should hear Mr. Hobbsworth talk about it. It's like you say, I want a sandwich, and blam, you've got a sandwich in your hand. And then you drop your sandwich on the floor and make a mess, and it's instantly cleaned up. You don't have to do anything yourself. And then you say, I want another sandwich, and blam, another sandwich. And that's for like anything, not just sandwiches.
Bye.
Okay, I'll go.
Nothing happened. Probably because the machine had had its innards ripped out. I hadn't seen one of these terminals in 10 years. Link. The evil behind everything that happened all those years ago. The attack on my village. The death of my mother. Hey, Hobbsworth.
Hey, what can I do for you?
How are things going with Wendell's power cell?
It's in my office.
But how long until it's charged?
It's hard to say, but it's on my list.
Any updates on Wendell's power cell?
Not yet, but I'll get onto it soon.
How can I get into the city?
Like I said, only registered citizens with transport can get into the city.
I knew I couldn't wait that long. There had to be a different way in. See you around, Hobbsworth.
Keep a smile on your face.
One step forward, two steps back. I had a citizen ID, but my outdated U-chip firmware wasn't going to play nice with more modern devices.
Enjoy this little piece of happiness, courtesy of Minos. Enjoy this little piece of happiness, courtesy of Minos. Enjoy this little piece of happiness, courtesy of Minos.
throne with the help of Union Droid Buddy. He'll take on the hard work.
Enjoy this little piece of happiness, courtesy of Minos.
I must say, we weren't expecting to see you here outside the city.
Guess I'm an unexpected kind of guy.
Indeed.
And who are you?
My name is Greta. It is my duty and pleasure to answer any questions you may have about Union City and the local area. How can I be of service today?
Why won't the bridge open for my ID?
Your ID appears to be in order, Citizen Graham.
Said something about outdated firmware?
Ah, that explains it. Your UChip firmware is outdated. The hand scanner on the bridge was recently replaced with the latest Union City technology. When did you last update your UChip firmware, sir?
I'd say roughly never.
Dear me, that is rather unorthodox. Polite suggestion. Please update your UChip firmware at the next opportunity.
How can I update the firmware on my UChip?
To update your firmware, please speak to one of our technical support greeters.
Greta? Aren't you a Greta?
Indeed I am. Just not the right greeter. I am not installed with firmware update software. Can't risk the Gaplanders getting access, can we, sir?
Yeah, right. So the only way to update my UChip is inside the city?
That's right, sir.
But I can't get into the city without the update.
Exactly.
So I need a vehicle to get into the city.
At this vehicle entrance? Yes, that's right, sir.
Don't seem to be many vehicles going through, though.
How very observant of you, sir.
Thank you. Quiet time of year, huh?
Very. There was a delivery scheduled a couple of days ago, but it hasn't come through.
I need to get into the city.
Easily done, sir. Just drive your vehicle across the bridge and the gates will open up for you.
My vehicle?
Yes, your vehicle. You do have a vehicle, don't you?
What if I don't?
Well, you're about 5 years too late. This is a vehicle entrance now. Freight only, I'm afraid. Anything else I can help with today?
Have a nice day.
In Union City, sir, there is no other kind of day.
Graham's ID was finally starting to get me places. The console seemed specialized. The power cell was completely wrecked. The power cell was completely wrecked. The power cell was completely wrecked. Me again. Can we talk some more?
Hi.
Food delivery for Mr. Voxel.
Oh, yes. One of Hobsworth's city singers. Do you want my crusts?
You eat them. Warriors need their strength. This giant dog, where did you see it?
I was playing buzzsaws and dynamos with Pixel. I won, and he was really cross. Then, in the night, I woke up. It was totally dark. I'd heard this sound, like feet padding along the road, big feet. And then I heard screams, children's screams. I ran over here and hid in my fort.
And you've been in here ever since?
Yeah, I'm hungry.
Do you know how I can get inside the city?
I already said you need to get across the river and through the big doors.
See you around. Chip I'd been given here now contained this Graham guy's ID. The power cell was completely wrecked. The power cell was completely wrecked. The console seemed specialized. The power cell was completely wrecked. The power cell was completely wrecked. The power cell was completely wrecked. The console seemed specialized. This had to be one of the scanners that Ember had talked about. I decided to borrow the scanner, indefinitely. The power cell was completely wrecked. Miffed Mike, beyond the charging zone?
UChip firmware outdated. Authority for vehicular access denied.
There was an empty space where the power cell should have been. The power cell was completely wrecked. The power cell was completely wrecked.